Now we got our brother Lil Uzi Vert, and you ain't gonna believe what he did, man. If you don't already know, you ain't gonna believe what he did. But anyway, we're gonna discuss it, and we're gonna wish prayers for the brother so he can, uh, come out of it okay. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, this is one more real quick. I want to talk about this young brother, Lil Uzi Vert, and what he has done to his self, the dismemberment that he has done to himself. Unfortunately, if you don't already know, the brother went and surgically implanted a diamond or some type of rock mineral in his head, in his forehead. And we just, we just wishing prayers for the brother, man, because usually people do stuff like this, man. They got self-esteem issues, and they feel like doing something like this is going to get them, it's going to place a higher value on them by other people. Other people are going to either pay them more attention, or it's going to start a we call that, go viral, or they're looking for something. And we don't wish nothing bad on the brother, man. We hope the brother doesn't do anything further to dismember himself or disfigure himself, looking for the approval of other people. But we can see that something this outrageous is, in my opinion, a cry for help. And I certainly don't have millions of dollars, but if I did, I wouldn't put any minerals in my body unless it was, it have to be some type of life-saving situation for me to even consider doing something like that. Like, people get silver in their mouth and all of fillings and stuff like that. That, at least there's a medical reason why somebody would try and do something like that. This is just a cosmetic thing, in my opinion, unless it's something we don't know, or hopefully this ain't a movie type of situation where the young brother was, somebody in his family was kidnapped and they said, you better do XYZ, and if you do it, then we'll release this person, or what. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't that situation. Hopefully he's out of harm's way. It was just a, like I said, cry for help on his part by him doing this. So let's look at this one. Why would somebody do something like that? I'm going to play a clip from it so you can see for yourself how he has it. So you can see he's got all the rocks. He's got the earrings. He's got the crusted one in his head. He's got the rings. Got him in the diamonds in his glasses. He's got the ring, pinky ring. And of course, all of the tattoos. So let me get a better picture. Let him get a closer look at this thing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's just get a good look at it. Okay. Now, like I said, I feel sorry. I feel bad for the brother, man, because I feel like the brother is crying out for help, and hopefully somebody in his camp will talk to him. But obviously, probably everybody was scared to talk him out of this situation in his camp because the money is flowing. So, and when the money's flowing, it's hard to get an honest opinion in your camp, usually. But the poor brother, I wish that I could have sat down with him for about 5 minutes and discuss this with him, and to get him to not do something like this. Not only for his health, because I don't think I wouldn't think that it would be healthy long term to have something like this going on in your body, but just the self-esteem part of it, where he feels like his self-esteem is going to be this is going to boost his self-esteem by having other people validate you. See, that's a dangerous thing, man. When you feel like other people have to validate you, that's a dangerous game to play, because what are you willing to do to get the validation of the people? So you ain't got to do nothing but follow God's laws and to be validated by God. And when I'm validated, don't mean you ain't gonna never have no problems. It just means you got a solution for your problems. There's a solution. Because sometimes, a lot of times, there's no solution for their problem. That's hell. Hell is a condition where you don't have no solution for the problems. It's not a physical well, it is a physical situation, but it's not a place down in the earth, down below the crust of the earth. It's actually a physical reality that there is no solution for the problem that you got. You just have to sit in it until it resolves itself. And you don't want to be that way, especially with your own self-esteem. When other people control your self-esteem, that's why I really trip on dudes that feel like they got to sleep with a bunch of different women. You know what I mean? They have to do it. They have to do it. And the excuse they use, I won't say the excuse, but the rhetoric that goes with it is, I'm a hunter. I have to hunt. I have to hunt. What do you mean you a hunter? You have to hunt. You have to hunt. Well, let me back up. In where the original man come from, you don't have to hunt. You never had to hunt. You fished, but you didn't have to hunt. You didn't have to hunt. And even fishing, you had a way to fish where you didn't have to do nothing but throw a rod out there and the fish will bite themselves. They will come to you. But this hunting thing, that's a new situation. That's a new situation. And so I'm saying that to say that's not necessarily something that we need to be doing to boost and promote our self-esteem. You don't have to do all of these different crazy things to boost your self-esteem. You just got to get involved, in touch with the faith of the Creator in your heart. And I'm not saying you have to be a particular religious affiliation. You could be spiritual in your own home, as long as you know how to be right and not step on someone else to elevate yourself, or step on yourself to elevate yourself, to try to elevate yourself, to show people how much pain you're willing to go through to get their approval, which this situation right here demonstrates to me that what this young man was doing. I feel for him, because I feel like he's a young man. He probably doesn't have too many people around him that are going to tell him, hey man, this is the real. You probably shouldn't do that. That's going to have this effect on you long term. Why? Because they're scared of getting put out of the circle where the money is flowing. And I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I could say, hey, I understand that you don't want, what I mean, this dude is obviously he's worth a lot of money. If reports are true that this diamond that he's got in his head is worth $24 million, if that's true, then maybe he's got a little change to spend. So these people going to want to be around him, and nobody wants the money to stop. So nobody's going to say anything. Nobody wants to be on the outside looking in. So unfortunately, they will not step to the brother when he mentions doing something like this. Nobody will step to him and say, hey, bro, that probably ain't a good idea. What you probably want to do is do something else. You know what I mean? Here, why don't you look in this book, read this book. It'll give you some insight or give you some motivation to, look inside yourself and find your own validation. See, because always this will come down to is being validated, by other people. It's just being validated by other people. When you're being validated by other people, man, you're truly a prisoner. You think you're a king, but you're a prisoner because you're in prison to their view of validation. And when they decide you ain't the one that needs their validation anymore, they go pick somebody else. But if God is validating you, man, God ain't never gonna run off from you. God ain't never gonna run off from you. That's the way you want to have it. But, you want a live body in front of you. You want worshipers. See, we want to take the place of God. We want worshipers. Worship me. I did this. This how great I am. I did this. Worship me. And if you worship me, that will validate me. No, man, nah, man. I don't care what you do, how great you are. You ain't going to be greater than God. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do, man. I don't care what people be saying, hey, man, I'm a great dude because I used to, pimp women. I could do this. I could do. I got a mouthpiece and I could do it. I don't care what you do, man. You want to impress me? Go make another universe. Until you can make you another universe, let's let that alone. You ain't really going to impress me that much. You know what I'm saying? You want to impress me? You as a young black man, get your life in order, get your life straight, have yourself a family, be responsible, and be a productive part of the community and the society at large. That'll impress me because that's a big feat. But because again, you got so many things against you from doing that. But other than that, I'm not looking for the validation of someone else to make me feel like I'm a man. I'm already a man. I'm already God's children. I'm already one of God's children. What do I need from someone else? I like to be with like-minded people, but man, I don't need nobody worshiping me. I don't need nobody trying to and you don't need nobody worshiping you. Really, you don't. You really don't. Some people have such low self-esteem. They feel like they need that. Or they need all these women and they need all these friends and they need all of these likes and they need all these subscribers. They need all that to feel good about themselves. But they ain't gonna outlast any one of them. Exhaust God. Let me know. When you got more subscribers than God, let me know. We got more likes than God, let me know. Till then, I'm going to roll with the OG. I'm rolling with the OG. You roll with what you got to roll with. But I'm rolling with the OG. He just, I ain't never seen him trip, slip, fall. You know what I mean? Like I seen everybody else do. So, you know what I mean? So I ain't never seen him falter or do something crazy or, you know what I'm saying? So I'm rolling with the OG, man. Just the one that set the thing in motion so that we could all be better people and experience this human condition and learn and see what all comes with it and be able to experience that. You know what I'm saying? And get the opportunity to do it. So once again, you don't have to validate yourself by doing crazy things, because I'm gonna say the next thing. The Pope brother, people do stuff like this, and what happens the next time he needs some validation? Maybe, he might commit suicide or try to commit suicide, and that's what I'm nervous about, because I'm more nervous about is him trying to commit suicide, because he done fell off now. He done did all this work, and he done fell off now, and now he got to go and try to outdo this situation, and he gets frustrated that he can't do that. He might try to commit suicide or do something that cause harm or death to him. So that's why I'm hoping, and I pray that the brother somebody can get in his camp, get in his ear. And if anybody in his camp is listening and they want me to holler at him, man, just get in touch with me and I will holler at him, and I will tell him the real, man. We appreciate the young soldier, and we want him to get back to doing what he do best, and that's making music. But like I said, we want him to get some help, because this to me is a cry for help. And and if it don't get answered or don't get dealt with, it could develop into something else much worse. And so, you and me can take a lesson from this. If you feel like you got to do all of this stuff, what are you really doing? What are you really doing? Everything you doing is to get validation from somebody else. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Because when they cut your validation off, then what you gonna do? And that's the sad part, man. Hopefully brother can get some help, and get some people that's, really concerned about him as a person, and holler at him and try to get him to, undo this situation before he gets hurt, because I don't want the brother to get jumped on for, a little mineral that he put in his head. That would multiply this thing even 1,000 times worse, and that's what we don't want. I don't know what he was thinking when he did that, but that would be 1,000 times worse, that somebody would actually jump on him. And we know there's people out there, man. Their whole get down is they wolves, man. Who can I get next? Who can I? They have no empathy for anyone. You got something they can take, and your security is lacking, they're gonna be on you. If there's dudes out there that rob an armored truck, bro, come on. You think they ain't gonna go to a robber and yank a jewel out his head or set him up some kind of way? And I hope not. I hope what I'm saying don't never happen. I hope nothing I'm saying never happened to the brother. But I do think he needs some help, because he's got self-esteem issue, because nobody would do something like that unless they had self-esteem issues. We pray for the brother, man. Hope the brother, is able to come out of whatever he's in that made him think that was a good decision, and, get himself back on track and get out there and just start making some music like we know he can. Anyway, that's my little dish on brother, little Uzi Vert. We just pray for the brother, man. Hope the brother, gets his mentality in order. Anyway, peace, and never be the aggressor. Never be the aggressor. Peace.